Today I've made a Wonderkid squad and I am going to make sure throughout their entire career that they do absolutely no training whatsoever. We did this on the last Football Manager in FM23 and it was one of my favourite videos of that Football Manager cycle. So today we're running that back. It's a Wonderkid squad, no training. Can they do anything good? Let's go and find out. So here we go. Yes, we've got the usual parameters in place. We've got 90 current ability, 200 potential ability. We've got transfers to Saudi Arabia in 2045. They're all 17. And yeah, this is just your Wonderkid squad. We're with Hartlepool in the Vanarama National League. Now, the one difference I have here today, what my usual experiments entail, is I am the manager. Because of course I have to be in order to facilitate no training. Now, of course, I mustn't have saved it. Right, so I deleted all this. I must have done all this and saved it and not deleted these bits. And then done it and then simmed forward. I sort this out through every year and I have to go through with sometimes when we come back in this week. I try and come back earlier before the season actually starts. Now, of course, as we simulate through, there might be the odd training session that gets inserted because of a fixture postponement or whatever. That's not really something I can sort of police. But what I have done is I simulate forward through to the end of every season without looking at how the fixtures have gone, without looking at how anyone's doing. I go straight to the training, go to next season and just go through and remove every single schedule. I just go and clear. I have to do that for every single week. So it was very long. So a like on this video would be very much appreciated because it's been an absolutely huge amount of ball achy admin. And I've been simulating downstairs on my laptop, not my high-powered PC that I do the recording on. And the laptop is far less powerful, so it takes a hell of a lot longer. But I couldn't be bothered to come upstairs every single time and just sit and go, nah. You know, young child to look after and all that, dogs, all that jazz. And the sofa's comfier. So yeah, I was doing it on a slower PC. So yeah, any sort of interaction will be greatly appreciated. In terms of the media think we're going to go up as champions. The odds are 2-9, which is, you know, pretty comprehensive if you ask me. So without further ado, let's go forward a year and see how the players have progressed, how we've gone up and all that jazz. Okay, well, would you look at that? In one season, we've had every player's improved somewhat, but we've got players here on 108. I've given them model citizen personalities. I forgot to mention that. I've given them the best personality possible I've given them max controversy, which is probably not the best thing, but I've given them 20s across the board apart from dirtiness and injury proneness, with a view of hopefully letting them reach the promised land and actually get into some form of potential. Sorry, I just stopped talking for ages. I think I might have I might be able to cut that and it might fix it. It's just because I went down a player and he was only professional. Determination being low. That's probably what it was. So determination high is for model citizens. Yeah. So determination has to be over a certain level. It appears 14 at minimum, 11 is not enough, so it's somewhere between that ballpark. 15, there you go. Anyway, Hartlepool, we're in League 2. We're in League 2, so that means, of course, we did go up, but it was only via the playoffs. 105 points is more than enough, you would have thought, to get promoted automatically. But no, not today, Pedro, said Chesterfield. 119 points, one defeat all season. Who put 50p in Chesterfield? Have I made a mistake and put another Wonderkid squad there? I have not. I certainly have not. Paul Cook's got them cooking. You better believe it. Can't handle the heat. Get out the kitchen. And the kitchen has been promoted, I guess. That analogy got away from me. Anyway, 105 goals, 113 goals for Chesterfield. So in terms of the award winners, top goal scorer, well, it was the Hartlepool centre forward 1 and Hartlepool winger 1. That were the top 2. No one in the top 3 for Chesterfield, but look at that. 32, 28 and 27. So a lot of goals scored. A lot of goals. And of course, looking over the squad, we've seen the players moving up to 108 and they're doing really well. Now, what happened last time is their technical and mental attributes did not improve, but their physicals did. And because they weren't getting attribute points funneled into technical and mental, their physicals improved to such a level that their polygons looked very lopsided and they were maxing out on the speed and the physicality. Will it happen again? I mean, last time we got to the Premier League and we were doing all right. We won some trophies and out of nowhere, we won a Premier League title. We didn't do great. We weren't like challenging every season. It was sort of like mid-table in the Premier League with players that had no right to be mid-table. Let that be known. And then they just won it out of nowhere. So could that happen again? Will history repeat itself? Well, stick around and find out. But before you do that, while we're all waiting for the rest of this video to commence, if you could subscribe to the channel and help me on my way to 10,000 subscribers, it would be greatly appreciated. What a milestone 10,000 would be, from humble beginnings of 1 subscriber being me and a few friends that were my next subscribers, and 4 and 5 views per video. To be getting to 10,000 subscribers would be insane. And we're fast approaching it, so yeah, subscribe. Anyway, we're in League 2 and the media prediction is 1 to 334. Have I ever seen odds like that? I think it's usually like 109, isn't it? Or 91. And I think I've seen 171 once or twice. And I think I've commented on it. I don't think I've ever seen 334. Have you? What's the biggest odds disparity that you've ever seen? Let me know in the comments. Okay, anyway, League 2 should go up. No one's in the Media Dream 11, interestingly. I've done it again. Yeah, I've done it again. Anyway, let's move on. Now, of course, this video might be a little bit longer because we've got every season to check in on. And every season we will check in on. There is the team. 116 is for 4 players of 116. Are they sort of capping out there? And we're starting to see it with the physicality. We're starting to get a little bit lopsided towards the one side. Yeah, we are. A little bit lopsided. In terms of the squad then, 90 for centre-back 4 probably never played. And we're in League 1. And we won the league in League 2. And Chesterfield also came up with us. This time Chesterfield just getting 93 points. They came third. We got 111 points and 111 goals. Absolutely walking the league. The top goal scorer was centre forward 1 with 49 goals. Bloody hell. He did some business last season. 49 in 44. 9 in 19 in cup competitions. Are we going far in cup competitions here? So we won the FA Trophy when we won the Vanarama National. FA Cup 5th round, we lost to Aston Villa. This is the first season. Carabao Cup's nowhere to be seen. Right, second season then. Carabao Cup quarter-final, Carabao Cup semi-final. Second leg we won. First leg we drew against Aston Villa. So we got to the final. Lost to Arsenal in the final. Runners up in the Carabao Cup. Can you believe that? Runners up from League 2. Yeah, from League 2. Everton beating Man City in that first season. Bristol Street Motors semi-final lost to Aston Villa under 21s, sadly, even though we beat the first team in the Carabao Cup semi-final. So maybe they should have fielded the under 21s. No Bristol Street Motors trophy. Then no FA Cup. Where did the FA Cup see us? 4th round, lost to Leicester. But, you know, we're in League 2. What are you expecting? League 1 then, and the season preview is 5 to 4 odds. They think we're going to be promoted in second place. Still no one in the Media Dream 11. As shown previously, we've got 116, quite a few in the 1-teens, but it's a much slower progress than we normally see for a Wonderkid squad, especially a lot of model citizen and professional personalities. But of course, that's because they're not training. And there we go. I've remembered, I've sorted it this time. So anyway, let's move on to 2026. Okay, we're looking at the squad then in 2026. The goalkeeper's at 123. We see 4 players still at 116. Everyone's still in the 1-teens and in the 90s. And yeah, like they've stagnated in terms of their progression. But progression in terms of current ability, stagnating. In terms of ascendancy up the leagues, strap a rocket to us. 116 points, only 92 goals scored this time. Didn't get the triple digits in terms of goals. Only 2 defeats, Oxford and Birmingham. 3rd and 2nd, to be fair. So we've done absolutely brilliant. Away from home as well. So at home, fortress. Home is where the Hartlepool is, I guess. Centre forward 1 with 29 goals. Colby Bishop with 20. Isaac Oluwafi with 19. Thought we might have got a few more than 29, but it is what it is. We're up in the championship in terms of the season preview. Well, now the media is cottoning on. 33 to 1. 14th, they think, but there are 7 teams with those odds, so that we could be in and amongst anywhere in there in terms of the media prediction. We have no representative in the Media Dream 11. Of course we don't, because we haven't had a representative throughout this entire experiment. And the players here, they're just not progressing, but that doesn't seem to be stopping them, which I just find this baffling. I don't understand how or why it's happening like this, but it is. In terms of the calendar, and there you go, as you can see, no training whatsoever all season. Put your feet up, lads, and have a cup of tea. Let's get to 2027 and see how we did in the championship. So our goalkeeper, Hartlepool goalkeeper 2 is still improving. He's now at 133. 116 for those four. All these players have just remained exactly where they are. Now, we're going to go and skim through the players because this is exactly what I was expecting. They are going to be losing attributes over here and gaining them in the physical sections. And just like I predicted from last time, look at this. 18 pace. Look at this. Absolutely phenomenal. They're really moving into being like physicality, speed, and strength demons. And they're only in the bloody Premier League. Can you believe it? Well, the championship was won once again. 101 points. They cannot be stopped. Next season, Premier League title. I doubt. But hey, the media didn't think we'd go up. Media thought we'd be bottom half. And we've gone up as champions comfortably with 83 goals scored, 7 defeats this season now. So we did do a little bit worse. But again, all of those defeats away from home. So our home ground, which is called the Suit Direct Stadium. Is that a real thing? The Suit Direct Stadium. Right, so the Suit Direct Stadium has a capacity of nearly 8,000. It's been the home for Hartlepool since our inception in 1908. When did it become the Suit Direct Stadium? Right, so it's called Victoria Park. Right, I've just skimmed this, and apparently absolutely no mention of why it's called the Suit Direct Stadium. I can only assume it's some form of sponsorship. Oh, here we go. The stadium was previously known as the Northern Gas and Power Stadium between August 2016 and June 2017. That's a catchy name, isn't it? Northern Gas and Power Stadium. I can see why they fucking changed it. Additionally, the ground was called the Super 6 Stadium during the 2018-19 season for sponsorship reasons. The Super 6 Stadium sounds pretty badass, if you ask me. And then from the 12th of November 2021, Victoria Park will be known as the Suit Direct Stadium. It's a step back from the Super 6 Stadium, isn't it? It is a step back. Now, is the Suit Direct Stadium a worse name than the Northern Gas and Power Stadium? I think they're both pretty bad, but obviously they're both done for sponsorship reasons and they're probably getting paid a decent amount of money and it helps the club survive. So I'm not begrudging them that. I'm just saying, as a football stadium, it's not as catchy and as pithy. The Super 6 Stadium was fantastic. Let me know in the comments, what's the worst name? Northern Gas and Power or Suit Direct? Anyway, we've got a video to bloody crack on with. I'm just waffling over here now. Absolutely all over the shop. So, season preview, 1,000 to 1. Bottom AF is where they think we're going to be. And understandably so. Man City are going to win the league. Carlo Ancelotti's Manchester City, who's been there nearly 3 years. Pep left to become the manager of PSG. Of course he did. Because Luis Enrique left to go and become the manager of Liverpool. That's, of course, because Jurgen Klopp left. He's now the manager of Real Madrid. A little bit of a manager merry-go-round for you there. In terms of Arsenal, Mikel's still there at Arsenal. Is Unai still at Villa? No. Unai Emery's left Villa. He's now at Chelsea. Who else? Thomas Tuchel's gone to Newcastle. Erik ten Hag, of course, is no longer at Man United. Xavi is at Brighton. Roberto De Zerbi got sacked. He's now an unemployed manager. He's been at Fulham. God, De Zerbi normally goes all over the shop and has some big jobs. He's been at Brighton and Fulham. Sacked by Brighton, and he's now been at Fulham. Can't believe it. So not a lot more to look in on at this juncture in terms of trophies. Still only the one runner-up for the Carabao Cup. Didn't make anywhere near the Champions League. So he didn't manage to get anywhere near the FA Cup either. But again, that's to be expected, isn't it? Yeah, FA Cup 4th round, Carabao Cup quarter-final. A good showing from the Championship. 2028, let's go. There we go then. The same sequence of numbers that we've seen nearly every single time we've come back, except the Hartlepool goalkeeper 2, is at 143 in terms of his... Wow, look at that. Look at that polygon. Oh, look at their physicality, ladies and gentlemen. Absolutely brilliant. Brilliant stuff. 10th in the Premier League, which means we did remain in the Premier League. The past winner was Manchester City, which means we did not win it. Where did we finish? 14th. That's not a bad showing at all, is it? Not a bad showing. Look at that top 5. City, Tottenham get in the top few every now and again. Aston Villa, Brentford, Bournemouth. Man United in 11th, Liverpool in 12th. That surprises me. Chelsea have won the Champions League. Man City won the FA Cup, beating Wolves in the final. Arsenal won the Carabao Cup, beating Tottenham, and all a North London Carabao Cup final. So not a lot more to look in on really, at this juncture. We're moving through the gears. The Premier League, what's the Media Dream 11 saying? Still 1,000 to 1. Camavinga can play left back and is in the Media Dream 11 as a left back. £243 million from Real Madrid. Florian Wirtz, free. Good signing. Victor Osimhen, 90 million to Arsenal. That's it for the Media Dream 11. Any other names over here? Diego Costa at Tottenham. Benny Sesko at Liverpool, 82 mil. Your best friend and mine. Anyway, let's move on to 2029. Okay, again, the players haven't moved in terms of their ability. They are still rocking and rolling. 150 for the goalkeeper. And look at that, 20s apart from natural fitness and stamina. Look at that, his physicality. And, what's happened here? Yeah, we're starting to get there. We're starting to max out over here. I think we probably will do in the next couple of seasons with a couple of those players. 9th in the Premier League. Man United won the league from down here the season before. We've got Conference League football from 8th. Europa League football for Liverpool in 9th. Champions League football for Newcastle in 10th. So things have happened. We've won nothing, but we've got Conference League football. Can you believe it? I certainly can't. Europa League win for Newcastle, and Tottenham have won the Champions League. Liverpool beat Wrexham in the FA Cup final. League One's Wrexham. Yeah, they've been in League One. So they finished 5th. Promotion pushing Wrexham from League One, got to the FA Cup final. And then Chelsea beat Liverpool in the Carabao Cup final. So not a lot more to say. I mean, again, 1,000 to 1? Yeah, 1,000 to 1. We've got Conference League football, though. Can we win a trophy? There we go. Still almost the same. I mean, a few of these numbers might be changing marginally, but it's much for muchness. 156 over here. He's now being capped by England. Kjetil Knutsen is in charge, and he's got Hartlepool goalkeeper 2 in the squad, only just a bit worse than Aaron Ramsdale. And there we go. Look at that. Look at this. Look at the growth and progression for some of these players. Unbelievable stuff. Still in the Premier League, of course, Man City have won their Premier League trophy back. We've got Europa League football from 9th, which means we won the Conference League, beating Hibernian in the final. Can you believe that? 2-0 goals from centre forward 1 and centre mid 3. Well, it looks like we can watch it, so why not? Well, there we go then. First goal, nicely worked, and then lovely finish from centre mid 3. Right back 1, player of the match on an 8.3. Trophy, Europa League football, and we finished 9th. Man City beating Man United by 12 points to win the league, and normal service has sort of been resumed at the top of the table. The top 5 looks very much present day top 5-ish. With the exception of Man United being in there. And Chelsea, I suppose. Allow it, Chelsea fans. I'm poking fun at United as well. Enough of it. Newcastle down here is a bit underwhelming. They've not got a manager currently. Sacked Marcelo Gallardo. Xabi Alonso came in for 6 months and got sacked. That's unfortunate. He's retired. Oh my God. I mean, he's going to have such an attribute boost, isn't he, after how good he's been for Bayer Leverkusen. So, what's Ralph doing? I hear you all asking. Oh, he's gone. I've left it too late. I've left it too bloody late. Can you believe it? Ralph Hasenhüttl is gone. Oh dear. I apologise, ladies and gentlemen. Ralph Hasenhüttl is gone. 1,000 to 1 is the odds once again. Evan Ferguson, a Manchester City player, £99 million from Brighton. Ahmed Tuati is a right back regen. Anyway, that's that. So 2031. And we've lost so much ability. Loads have gone back down to 90. A few in the mid 90s. All the 116s have dropped. All the 1-teens are just over 100. We have dropped dramatically, but we're still in the Premier League. Chelsea won the league, and we finished 6th, getting Europa League football. Now, we were in the Europa League, so we definitely didn't win it, did we? But let's have a look. So the Europa League, round of 16, we beat Wolfsberger, and then we lost. We beat Atalanta over 2 legs, lost the first leg, won the second leg. FA Cup semi-final against Everton, we won 3-0. Lost in the semi-final to Dortmund, who lost in the final to PSV. And then we lost in the final of the FA Cup to Nottingham Forest, 2-1. And then Arsenal beat Preston in the Carabao Cup final. I mean, what is it with these lower league teams getting to the finals of the Cups? Madness. Absolute madness. Season preview once again. 2,000 to 1. Well, the odds have dropped because the player's ability has dropped. Will we get relegated? Oh dear. Look at that. One player on 100. The goalkeeper won. Everyone else is below 100 now in the 90s, and a lot of them have capped out at 90 as well. If we have a quick look going here, I think they're just losing ability, but they've just got the physicality. Look at this guy. Look at that. Still in the Premier League though, 9th. Chelsea won the league once again. Back to back for Chelsea. We finished 12th. No European qualification for us. Of course, so Tottenham beat Leicester in the FA Cup and Man City beat Newcastle in the Carabao Cup. So nothing happening there. In terms of the Premier League season preview, it's still 2001. But how long will we last in the Premier League at this point? I mean, look, if you still look at the training. I mean, I've not checked in on the last few seasons, but obviously the players are getting worse. You can imagine, of course, they're not training because they're model citizens. They would kick on massively if they were training as well. I just find it mental that we're still in the Premier League with a squad that is basically under 100. Let's go to 2033. Look at that. Everyone's back at 90 apart from winger 4 and right back 1. And I don't know why a load of players were there that... Look at that. Oh, look at that. Look at centre back 2. Unbelievable, some of these players. Unbelievable. 8th in the Premier League now. Man United have just won the league once again. We finished 13th, so we are far and away clear of relegation. I mean, 49 points, 23 points clear of the drop. I mean, that's 26 points is low. I mean, Southampton to be safe on 27 points. They've got to count themselves very, very lucky. Wolves on 34 points. You'd say, some seasons that's enough, some seasons it's not. But for them to finish 8 points clear of the drop on 34 points. It's a bad season for the teams lower down. A lot of draws, it appears, because it's not like teams up here have got so many points that we've just gone into the stratosphere with over 100 points, because United have won it by 4 points and they're on 82. Leicester and Aston Villa both qualifying for the Champions League. PSG have just won the most recent Champions League. Leicester have just won the most recent Europa League, beating Everton in the final. West Ham have beaten Nice in the Conference League. I mean, 4 English teams have won it in the last 4 years. Us, Tottenham, United and West Ham. Niko Kovac is in charge of United. FA Cup, won by Arsenal, beating Middlesbrough. Championship Middlesbrough, again, I mean, I don't get what's happened. Man City beat Chelsea in the Carabao Cup final. Still 2001 in terms of the odds. Goes 2034. There we go. Everyone is back at 90, including the sub goalkeeper. The only player that's still representing over 100 is Hartlepool goalkeeper 2, and he's dropped off the face of the earth, hasn't he? 115 he's on. He's got 16 caps for England. He's on 115. He was in the 150s before. Unai Emery's in charge of England. Oh, Kimale Campbell for Tottenham. And Mark Young, hello. Right, he's pretty good, isn't he? 112 million they paid for him from Everton. Mark Young. £10.25 million from Stoke. That is sickening. How good is he? 193 English, and they paid 10.25 million. That is an absolute steal. I'm not going to go through the entire squad. Just saw a couple in the 190s and I had to have a quick look. But anyway, he's no longer getting any caps. He's got his 16 and that's him done. He's got all the physicals, but yeah, 115. The left back, look at that. Look at that. Right back's not doing so well. Right back 2 is, he's probably playing more. I don't know who these players are. I don't know why I'm just going down and I've just got loads of players. Look, loads of players that are just not part of the squad. Who are they? I'm not sure. Like, look at the squad. There. Not even in the under 18s. Even in the under 18s. Anyway, yeah, all 90s. All 90s. Still in the Premier League, though. Man City have won the league back from Man United. 1 goal difference ahead of Chelsea. Man United down in 4th. Leicester still up in the Champions League places in 5th. We've got West Ham getting Champions League football from 10th. So they've obviously won the Europa League, which, yes, they have. They won the Europa League because they beat Brighton in the final. They won the Conference League the season before. Remember, they beat Man City in the Champions League final there. We finished 15th as well, 36 points. Now, that's a bit more dicey, isn't it? 36 points up in 15th. But Brentford got relegated on 34 points. Sheffield United survived on goal difference. Sunderland survived by a point. Nottingham Forest on 33 points. I mean, their goal difference was considerably worse than ours, to be fair. We only had -12, but Nottingham Forest could have potentially, I mean, they couldn't have leapfrogged us, but with a win on the final day, don't know if they did win, but if they didn't, they could be out up in 16th and pushed everyone down. So very tight at the bottom. Still at 2,000 to 1. I don't think the odds will change and go higher than that, simply because I think that's probably what it's hard coded in as the top odds, I guess, 2,000. Grantley Freegard, Johan Coste, both Chelsea players in the Media Dream 11. Johnny Franson. Oh, he's good, isn't he? He's more of a striker than a central midfielder, I think. Not too sure. Anyway, 2035. Everyone's at 90. The goalkeeper's at 98. How long will we manage to remain in the Premier League? I mean, we are 29 years old now. Surely the physicality of the players is going to drop off the face of the earth. I mean, what's happening with what is it with all these greyed out players? I mean, look at that. Still, centre forward 1, still absolutely killing it in terms of his ability. Not scoring many goals. In terms of the Premier League, Tottenham won it last season. Ooh, 40 points. We survived by 2 points. Brighton going down on 38. So it was much closer down at the bottom, and we were very close to going down. I mean, it's inevitable. We're going down at some point. 2,000 to 1 is the odds once again. When will the luck run out? Will it be 2036? No, it will not. We managed to survive on 37 points. Last season, that points total would have had us relegated. This season, it was enough for us to stay up. Newcastle have won the league. Big Ange is in charge. Where's he been? He's been at Napoli. He's been at Man United. He won the Premier League with United. Sacked as manager of Tottenham. Couple of years unemployed. Went to United. Premier League, Community Shield winners. Manager of the season, manager of the year. Sacked as manager of United. Went to Napoli. Departed, come to Newcastle. Won the Europa League. Won the Premier League and the Carabao Cup. Go on, Ange. 16th for Hartlepool. What's the squad saying? Everyone's got 90 current ability now. Every single player at 30 years young has got 90 current ability. Still 2,000 to 1. 2037 then? Oh my God. We're still in the league. We're 16th. 40 points. I mean, 29 points was top of the relegation zone. Forest went down on 15. Awful for the bottom teams. We finished 16th. But we've got Europa League football. Arsenal have got Europa League football from 10th. They must have won the Conference League. We can't have won the Conference League because we weren't in it. We've won the FA Cup. Ladies and gentlemen, we've won the FA Cup, beating Newcastle on penalties with a 91st minute equaliser from defensive midfielder 1. Let me show you this goal. Ladies and gentlemen, making himself into a cult hero in Hartlepool. At the death, Premier League champions Newcastle opened up and he found himself in the clear, 1-1, and they won on penalties. Fairy tales do come true. 90 for everyone. They've not dropped off yet, but it's only a matter of time. Once again, the odds still 2,000 to 1. Of course, we're in the Europa League this season. I don't expect us to win it. But in terms of the FA Cup, well, we beat Newcastle in the final. We know that on penalties. The FA Cup semi-final, we won 2-1 against Brighton after extra time. Beat Man City 2-1 in the quarter-final. Villa 2-0 in the fifth round. Took a replay against Preston in the fourth round. 2-0 after extra time. League One Preston. It makes no sense, does it? Makes no sense. Lost in the Carabao Cup semi-final to Newcastle. So, and then Newcastle lost in the final there. Newcastle have lost twice in the final. Hey, we've lost in the final in 2033-34 as well. We've had 2 runners-up in the Carabao Cup, a runner-up in the FA Cup here, losing to Forest, and a winner against Newcastle. The Conference League and FA Cup. No league title yet, and I think it probably won't happen. So let's go to 2038. I think I resigned at 2043. So, I mean, what the fucking hell has happened here? I think that's the second time I've sworn in this video. So, Editor J, get that beeped. 10 teams have qualified for Europe. No one's in the Conference League. Liverpool, 5th. Everton, 6th. Europa League qualification. Us and Newcastle getting Champions League qualification. We're up in 7th on 66 points out of absolutely pissing nowhere. Gary Liddell Park is the stadium. You've got a stadium named after Gary Liddell. I forgot to mention at the start we've got a transfer embargo, so we can't buy players to supersede all these. But, you know, you guys, if you've been here before, you know I do all that anyway. New people, apologies, I've transfer ban. I mean, what the hell? Europa League, we just won against Roma in the final. 2 seasons in a row, Roma have lost. 3 in the last 4 years. Bloody hell. Oh my God. A 92nd minute winner. Can you believe watching the goals again? 92nd minute winner. So we've just equalised in the FA Cup final the season before in the 90 odd minute, like 92nd minute, and won on penalties. Here against Roma, we've gone ahead on the hour mark. Centre forward 2, lovely slots it home. Roma come back into it. Here we go. Rooney Bargy is that. Love Rooney Bargy. Not in this game, though, and it's found its way in. Bit pathetic, if you ask me. And for somehow, we're flying high, and we've got through, and bang, he's nodded home. 92nd minute. The fans go mental. Hampden Park is alight with Hartlepool colours. Only just up the road, to be fair. So it's quite a local game for Hartlepool. And look at that. Europa League winners. Newcastle won the Champions League. West Ham won the Conference League. So it's all been going on this season. Man City won the FA Cup against Newcastle. That's 2 seasons in a row they've lost that. We were runners-up in the Carabao Cup as well. Lost in the FA Cup quarter-final to Man City. The Carabao Cup final, which would have been when? There, lost 1-0 to City. Europa League final we've won, of course, we know that. And we've done brilliantly in the league. Still all 90s for everyone. And yeah, we've got Champions League football with the entire squad 32 years old. And what's happening here then? The players are still, look at that. He is 32 years old and he's got 20 for pace, acceleration, stamina, and all that jazz. So, you telling me there's a chance? I thought relegation was on the horizon and we've just gone and won the Europa League. 2039. I think I was saying before I got sidetracked, I have retired at 2043, so there's 2 seasons without me in charge where they can train, but they'll be like 37, 38, so it won't make any difference. They'll probably get relegated. For some reason, when you're a manager and you simulate with this squad, you don't get relegated, even though the players by rightly should be relegated horrendously. I didn't even mention Aston Villa had won the bloody league in this season, and Everton have gone and won it this season. I mean, what? We've finished 7th Conference League football, so we've not managed to win anything. We won the UEFA Super Cup. We won the Super Cup against Newcastle. We're making an absolute play for all this. And we've got £1 billion in the bank and we've not upgraded any facilities. I suppose that's because I'm in charge and I've not requested it. A-, B+ from the supporters. Very secure. It's still 90s for everyone in the squad and it's 2000 to 1 in terms of the odds. 2040 then. So there we go. Still all 90s across the board. And Burnley have gone into administration. Newcastle won the league. We finished in 8th. Oh, well. Again, Europa League football. Have we won the Conference League again? You better bloody believe we have. It's the second time of the experiment we've won the Conference League. This time we've beaten Valencia in the final. It was a 2-0 win. Can't be arsed looking at the goals. But there we go. Another win in the final. Another trophy to add to the cabinet. In terms of the league, the odds, still 2000 to 1. Let's go to 2041. Still 90s across the board. We are still in the Premier League. Newcastle have won it 2 seasons in a row. We've dropped out of Europe. We are now 10th. So for some reason, we've had a little reconnaissance, a little resurgence in the last 3-4 years where we've just been in the top half and getting a few trophies and some Conference and Champions League and Europa League football. Down in 10th again in 2041. The odds never in our favour once again. Look at this. Newcastle taking over the Media Dream 11. Adrianus Nicolai. Phenomenal. 195. Wow. Gunther. 190. Chaduanili. 185. Ekipyong. 182. I mean, very good. Very, very good squad. Anyway, let's go to 2042. Still 90s. Still in the Premier League. Man United have won it the most recent season. And we got Conference League football again. We finished in 8th. Leicester in 13th getting Champions League football. I mean, it's almost pointless looking at the odds now. Still 2000 to 1. All the players still at 90. I mean, we're starting to drop. In hell. I mean, he's still got at 36, 19 acceleration, 20 for pace. Great teamwork and work rate. Have they all got great work rate? Yeah. The teamwork and work rate's gone up for most of them. Long shots and penalty taking have gone up for centre forward 1 as well. I don't understand how it all works. I don't understand. Anyway, what was it again? We've got Conference League football. Yeah, can we win the Conference League for the 3rd time? 2043 then? And this is the last time I will be the manager. I resign at this juncture. And I simulated forward. Well, there was no Premier League trophy because Tottenham won the league, but it was another Conference League win. 3 Conference Leagues through the experiment, this time beating Brugge in the final. 2-0. 2 goals just before half-time. A quick 1-2 punch, 38 and 40 minutes. Lovely stuff. 90 for every single player. Of course, the training. I didn't change it because I resigned. So I'm going forward 2 years. The players are all about to leave in 2045. So let's have a look at the 2044 season. And of course, they finished bottom. No points. No games won. 6 draws. 6 points. I mean, how does that even happen? Wasn't doing anything special. I was just a manager simulating. And the championship... relegated again. So Hartlepool are here. Todd Cantwell is in charge. They've got £999 million in the bank. I'm a club legend. Apparently, Jayhuahua was a club legend, as is the right back, defensive mid, all that jazz. The players have all remained at 90 and gone down to 89, respectively. They're all about to leave for Saudi Arabia. Now, we've simulated forward, as is customary at this juncture, but we will just look in on the trophy haul. An FA Cup, a Super Cup, a Europa League, 3 Europa Conference Leagues, and then every league on the way up. I mean, the European South American Club Challenge as well, but the Vanarama National League was playoffs, sorry. Then we won League 2, League 1 and the Championship, the Bristol Street Motors Trophy, and the FA Trophy as well. Lovely stuff. And then, now we're actually coming to 2077, so we've actually come 32 years further on into the future, which is unprecedented for one of these experiments with the squads. But I just left it running, and this is where we came to. There's no point me deleting some of it to come back a bit earlier. Might as well go to 2077A. So, they're in the Premier Division. Hartlepool are in the Premier Division, and it looks like they were down. Oh, they went down from League 1 as well into League 2 and only just survived. But then the money, they managed to build themselves back up within a few seasons. They were back in League 1, and they built themselves back up to get back to the Championship, where they've yo-yoed a little bit. They have yo-yoed a little bit. They've had 3 successful seasons back in the Premier League, but they've won a few Championship trophies along their way. No more FA Cups, no Carabao Cups either. No more European success, of course. They've still got nearly £200 million in the bank. They've got some great facilities under their belt. The Gary Liddell Park's got nearly 45,000 capacity. I'm still a club legend, of course. And yeah, that's it. Should we have a look at what's happened internationally? We don't often do this anymore. There we go then. The Euros has been won by Scotland in 2032, beating England in the final. Bloody hell. And then England took their frustration out on Ireland the following tournament. Then 2 defeats in a row for England, losing to Netherlands and Spain. Then Italy 2 in a row, losing to Portugal and Netherlands. And then France 2 in a row, losing to Portugal and England. Norway losing to France in 2072. Most recently, England won it in 2076. And the World Cup, well, Brazil have won a couple. England have won 4. Netherlands, Italy have won 3. France have won 1. Wales runner-up here to Spain. Scotland losing to Italy. Scotland had a right golden generation, didn't they? Scotland did very well. 3rd there as well. Wales 3rd there. Well, there you go then. So, that has been the squad that never trains. I think they did pretty well. Didn't win a trophy in terms of the Premier League, but I didn't really expect them to. It was just a weird, glitchy sort of thing that happened last time. But you've seen what happened. It was a bit of a madness, wasn't it? I can't work out why. I don't know. I don't know. I think it's, I'm not one to, I mean, this game is fantastic. I mean, to make this, it's so complex and so convoluted. It's brilliant. But what I've just demonstrated is very clearly some form of flaw and glitch. I mean, you don't really gain much from it, do you? Because who's ever going to do that? It's not like it was a cheat code where they won everything. They were a mid-table team that did all right and won a couple of lower trophies. Well, they won an FA Cup and Europa League. But do you know what I mean? Like, I don't think you'd do that to sort of break the game and like win everything, because you wouldn't. So it is what it is. Yeah, I hope you've enjoyed it. I've had an absolute blast making this one. I enjoyed it so much last time. I've enjoyed it so much again this time. A lot of fun. Hope you had a good time too. Drop a like on it for all the admin that I went through. Or if you just enjoyed it, let me know in the comments what you thought. Any other suggestions for future experiments, I'm always all ears. Most importantly, gang, subscribe and take care of yourselves. I'll see you soon.